Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll keep that in mind because I wanted to address this so bad.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
The two black people making spears.
I guess today's all about heartthrobs.
It is.
It's a heart.
Is Zach Wilson a heartthrob? A wannabe. He's a wannabe. But we're going to talk about a real one, apparently, who's not only a heartthrob, Sam, this motherfucker's winning the summer.
This guy is a summer.
He's winning the whole summer. One man. Who no one knew fucking 3 months ago, granted. 3 months ago, you didn't know who the fuck this guy was. And now he's like the #1 trending guy for like a damn near month straight. It has actual other famous people throwing themselves practically at him.
Oh my God.
Asking teenage children for help to get with this guy. It's insanity.
So let me see here. Joe Quinn is his real name.
Joseph Quinn, yeah.
Joseph Quinn. Stranger Things. Meet Joe Quinn, the Englishman behind Eddie Munson, the British actor and the season 4 standout playing an 80s metalhead, and how he bonded with the OG Stranger Things cast. Now, mind you, I'm going into this not having seen a lick of Stranger Things.
Actually, fuck all of you. And I mean it with love, because I love all of you guys. But I'm upset with all of you.
Why?
How? The most popular show in the world, Sammy.
Uh-huh.
In the world. Am I the only motherfucker who watches it? That's
because
crazy.
It's so long.
Oh.
And I'm not a huge horror fan myself.
Well, it's more sci-fi.
Because I liked the first season.
Except this season.
I liked the first season, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw, it was the second season, the one where they had the ads where they were in the Ghostbuster outfits.
Yes.
That turned me off a lot. Because I personally am not a sucker for obvious nostalgia.
It's based in the 80s.
I know, but the fact that they're like, hey, it's the 80s. Remember the 80s? Hey, did you know that this is the 80s and this is the 80s? Did you know that this part was the 80s? Hey, but did you know that it was the... No, but the 80s weren't that fucking great.
It wasn't at all. The 80s... But see, that's why, look, usually when you see the 80s in a movie or a TV show, it's all colorful and over the top like fucking Wonder Woman 1984.
Right. And it's all MTV and malls.
It's super bright. And it's just like, holy fucking shit. You need sunglasses to watch half the shit you see based in the 80s.
Right.
With this show, what I like about it is it's very grounded 80s for the most part. Like, shit is dark and gritty and grimy. And
made of
there are
wood.
a lot of browns.
A lot of wood.
A lot of wood paneling and shit. Like, it's
tan-colored vans.
Tan-colored everything, really. Really everything. And you're like... Well, I thought this was the 80s. It's not all bright and shit.
Right.
But it feels authentic. The locations feel authentic. Hawkins, Indiana, which was the fictional town where the show is based. Uh-huh. It feels like a real town. Like the school that they go to looks like a real fucking school.
Right.
Like they got chain link fences and shit. Like it looks like an actual school.
I like the 80s aesthetic. It's not this.
It ain't that at all.
All vaporwave, purple,
little bit
neon.
season 3. A lot of neon in season 3.
Yeah.
But you deserve it at that point. At that point, we need it.
It's not untrue.
It ain't untrue.
The colors and those types of things.
And the fact these little kids would...
Zubas.
You think those kids would not like Ghostbusters? Of course they would love Ghostbusters.
Right.
And so that makes sense within the context of the show. And I've seen shit go way harder on like nostalgia. We're in the 70s or the 80s. We got to do this, this, and this.
Uh-huh.
And this show, I felt like it does it pretty naturally.
Right.
The whole thing.
I mean, he's wearing stupid shorts. Like they got the stupid shorts right.
Oh, well, that's Will. Is that Will?
Yeah,
they fuck Will up so much. Poor Will.
Right, but yeah, but they make an active effort to make it as authentic as possible.
They really do.
At the very least, right?
They really do.
And so not even watching the show, seeing this guy, Eddie Munson. Great name, by the way.
Great fucking character, honestly.
I mean,
he
everything
really
I've seen. So I once again haven't seen it, but first of all, the first thing was I looked at him. I go, man, this guy's got a weird fucking face.
Yeah.
And I mean that like not because
like a Daniel Craig
he's ugly or anything.
Traditionally, Daniel Craig might be considered unattractive.
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe.
Everyone
I found
loves
him okay.
He's got a weird face.
Right.
Traditionally. He has a weird face.
And this is what he looks like without the metal hair and stuff. Yeah. Like he's got weird eyelids.
He's got a hairline like mine.
Right.
Yeah.
He's kind of, I don't know. It's just not traditional,
guy,
right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, it not only works.
The man of the hour.
But not even that. It's not even about that, right? Obviously, he's got charisma and he's able
to...
Great performance.
Right.
But in the 80s particularly,
we
were talking about this in the pre-show, he's got an 80s face.
Yes.
Like, we were talking about how like facial structures change over time. Evolution. Of like, but
even
just
in
like, what's
80s.
attractive, right?
Yeah.
Like, because he doesn't look like he'd be attractive now. He looks like he'd be attractive in the 80s.
Legit like he would be in the 80s, yeah.
But that's still attractive nonetheless. Because when you go back and look at people's moms or dads in the 80s, it's like, oh, your mom was hot in the 80s. Zach Wilson.
Really fucked up. But
Zach Wilson's looking at yearbooks like, oh, your mom was hot in the 80s. She probably...
Give me that. Zach Wilson, you stay the fuck away from my mom.
Is she hot now? But you see that guy, and it's like, oh, it's okay, in the 80s, that'd be attractive. He's got greasy, disgusting hair. And
you haven't even heard him speak.
Right.
You're just looking at him.
You hear him
speak, you absolutely fall in love with the guy.
Right. And so I don't know anything about this guy, but the one thing I did know, because I did watch this scene because
it's everywhere.
Well, it's two scenes.
Yeah.
Because there's the one, the end season finale, so there's slight spoilers here from here on out. It's
fine.
But nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But let me find YouTube real quick because I'm on TikTok a lot. And I started hearing this like mashup. There's a character named Chrissy,
yeah.
right? In this new one, what they say in there? I saw on Twitter there's a controversy where people were getting upset that Joseph Quinn was getting more follows and likes than Lucas Caleb McGunn, who has the lowest following on the main cast.
Is
Lucas
Eddie... Well, Caleb is the black kid,
right?
Lucas, Caleb, because he's black. What the fuck do you think? That's why,
right?
He's a growl. Fuck, he's my second favorite character, really. But yes, because that's the way. Welcome to America.
Go
ahead.
And they can't imagine they made him the stereotypical '80s metalhead.
They kind of did.
No, but I'm talking about the black kid. Like,
they
didn't make him anything.
He's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
He's the athlete.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw a toy. He has a basketball.
Yeah, he's a basketball.
Of course.
He was a nerd, but he has depth.
Understood.
Depth to the character. But yeah,
But they still made him play basketball.
At the end of the day, they made him play basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
And why not him? Why didn't this guy play basketball? Because he can't. Why can't the black kid be the metalhead? Black kids don't like metal?
Why can't Mike's bitch ass play basketball? I hate Mike. But yeah, go.
Which one's Mike?
Finn Wolfhard.
Oh, yeah, that weird fool. They're all kind of weird looking, huh?
I call him young Adam Driver.
Yeah. And so I'm on TikTok, and this is an audio from
I love
Shmoyo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll keep that in mind because I wanted to address this so bad.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did, and I did notice that.
Real quick, well, let's take a quick pause. Quick pause. All high schools are in the 80s. They were in the 30s. Also, they also had Lucas and Erica making spears. And so they were, if I'm not understanding, they're attacking the Demogorgon thing.
No.
Vecna. I know. But Demogorgon thing, which is Vecna. That's this month's
two completely different things.
It's this month's season's
Monster
Demogorgon.
of the week.
Exactly.
But he's the ultimate, so yeah.
Okay,
he's the big guy.
Right, he's the big bad.
Yeah.
And so they all have to go in with their makeshift weapons a la It, I'm assuming.
Everyone's making them, yeah.
Right? They have to get their toys.
All the show does is take things from 80s properties, but it blends it so well. So
were other people making swords and hammers and blades and
shields
shit?
with spikes and bats with nails, all that shit. But yet the two black people making spears together.
Were they like a switchblade?
No,
spears?
It was legit
like
old
or they're
school,
rock.
like the spearhead, rock.
Oh my god,
spears.
It
might have been a blade. Either way, it doesn't make it better.
I feel like that might be a problem.
It was a problem to me because I definitely noticed it, and I was like, God damn, Lucky, I love this show.
Hey, writers,
that much.
Maybe don't make your black characters make spears as their choice of weapon. Both of them.
It's
not a coincidence when it's both of them.
Not a coincidence when it's the two only ones in the show, Sammy. It's only two in the show.
What are
three? The sheriff is black, but luckily he wasn't making spears.
What are the characters' names?
Oh, we got Mike.
The two. Erica.
Oh, it's Erica and Lucas.
And Lucas Spears.
Yeah,
I'm going to see if I can find it.
It will come up. It will definitely come up.
Well, there's some. No, that's the weapons that they had, right?
Yes.
Is that it? So yeah, they're making cool shit, and they made them make fucking spears. Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That insults me, honestly.
It was very insulting.
And welcome to the Manscaped Dad, everybody, guys, and folks, and people, and theys, and thems, and everybody who's here. It's summertime. It's summertime, Tommy.
It is.
And did you know that everybody talks about looking good for the warmer months, but few have the balls to do it. Now, it's time to nut up or shut up and take the easiest step to looking sexy this summer by using Manscaped. Yeah. Manscaped.com. They updated our numbers because we used to say that over 4 million men have trusted their balls with Manscaped. That's 8 million nuts. If you're doing the math, I barely almost messed up those maths. Well, guess what now? They updated the number for us. 5 million. They want us to say 5 million people. They got 1 million people since the last time we talked.
Of course.
And that means 10 million balls.
Makes sense.
Trusted by Manscaped. And Manscaped has all sorts of things. They got the Ultra Smooth package. You remember that we gave that away? Had the razor, had the lotions and creams and whatnot. That was given away to make sure that everyone had the proper care. And also, my white whale that I missed out on because I ordered just like the day before they released them. The Boxers 2.0. Now I got me a set of the Boxers 1.0. I got me 3 pairs,
right?
Because I like them that much. But those dang Boxers 2.0 came out, and they are so delightful. Oh my God! Almost done. The 50% off. Too many discounts. But no. The jewel pouch, the anti-chafing smooth flat lock seams, the cooling moisture wicking fabric. It's summertime, folks. The goods are high. It's 110 degrees out there in Texas.
When they need you the most.
Right. Global warming is a fun fact for everybody. And guess what? You need to keep your goods dry, gentlemen, because quite frankly, nobody likes a musty taint. Nobody, not one person likes it.
Not.
So make sure that you keep any beach day from turning into a swamp day.
Yeah.
You don't want that swamp ass, that swamp taint. Dive headfirst into summer and join the 5 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. And be sure, if you're listening, you've been listening to this ad for too long and didn't know that you could save, I should say. We can spend money and save 20% off and get free shipping if you use coupon code MEX20. That's why you need to watch the videos and watch us live, because you can see right there in the bottom. Use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping.
Can I start a hashtag for the summer? This summer especially.
Go ahead.
Hashtag no musty nuts.
No musty nuts.
Yeah.
So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. And be sure to go to manscaped.com to use coupon code MEX20. Get that 20% off, get the free shipping, and be sure to support us, because that's the best way to support us. They're our #1 sponsor right now, and we love Manscaped. We love their products. So be sure you use them as well. Be like them excellence and be Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. But this Chrissy Wake Up thing, have you heard this?
Of course.
Shit?
The remix.
Songify. First of all, I haven't heard of Songify in like 8 years.
I didn't know it was still around.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the, hiding in your window, snatching your people.
Yeah. Hide your kids.
Remember they said that on TV, trying to rape them, so you need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
That was
hide your
whole
husbands,
thing.
because they're raping everybody out here. And we laughed.
People laughed.
We laughed.
People laughed.
We laughed at, and I'm going to say it again, sorry, trigger warning. We laughed at it in 2010, probably.
The change, we could get to a point to where we know when we crossed over to like, oh, that's fucked up.
I wonder when it was.
I feel like around the hashtag Me Too era time.
But even then, I think it was before that.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a point
we crossed over.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder. We gotta look into that a little more.
We've
been setting up this clip for about 20 minutes now.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! Hey, hello. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. Can you hear me? Wake up, Chrissy. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up!
I don't know why.
I heard that for the first time today.
For the first time today? I've heard it today. About maybe 1,000 times already.
You get on TikTok a lot.
I'm on TikTok a lot.
Yeah, I don't.
And once you listen to something all the way through once, they just keep feeding you it.
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh. It tickles my brain. I don't know why.
It's funny.
And I watched the scene. The scene's pretty tragic and terrifying.
The scene is dark as fuck, yeah.
It's very dark. And it's just like, okay. This clearly helped. Because it's a catchy tune.
It's
especially
catchy.
Less than 20 seconds.
I don't like this.
Sounds like
Chrissy, wake up!
Sounds like the opening theme of like an 80s TV show.
Oh shit.
This Saturday, wake up Christy at 8 p.m.
So that helped a lot. And then
no shit. Yeah, we need rap music in this next season coming up. We did metal.
Indiana.
We need Lucas is there. They'll make it. So either him or Erica listens to one of these.
Selena was in the 80s.
White character.
Selena was in the. Are we gonna get Selena cameos?
She's
late 80s. She's late 80s.
But no, we're still in the mids. We had 85, so yeah.
Fine. But then, and this is where the spoilers come in a little bit, he gets the hero shot of the finale, man. He gets that. Everyone was like, oh my God, he's playing guitar in the depths of the underworld.
It is a fucking metal album cover come to life.
Oh, of course. Of course it was.
Yes. It makes you wish that like heavy metal bands back then had the money and the technology to make music videos now, because you would probably get a lot of music videos that look like that scene.
Right. And that's part
Hey,
of,
Maggie.
well, that's part of why it's not appealing to me because it's just like, oh, we're just stealing. They're just stealing. It's just stealing everything.
That's all anyone does, though.
And I don't think it's ever been so blatant.
Steals.
I don't think it's been so blatant.
No, and see the thing. Oh no, it's like every reference that you see,
right?
But it's so fluid. It works within the story to where it's like, oh, you threw that in there in this that works, and they do that throughout the whole series.
But isn't that just okay? Let's find all the things that we like, and then just writing from checkpoint A.
That's
to
what they
checkpoint
grew
B.
up with. It's the inspiration for the show.
And you know what sucks? What if I tried to do that with MTV's Next and Real World? And
those are reality shows, so I don't think that would work so well.
That's all we had. Fine.
No,
Fine.
that was all you chose. That was all you chose, Sammy.
TLC
You could have been watching
videos?
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, but no, you chose to watch Next.
Jet Li movies. All my things gonna be Jet Li movies.
The one is great.
Wire Fu.
Yeah, a lot of wire foo. A whole lot of wire foo.
Some of the aesthetics from the early.
I Spy, starring Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson.
Weird CGI.
Yes, terrible CGI.
Dead-eye
Scorpion
CGI,
King.
Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Everyone would hate that movie. Everyone would hate that movie.
I hate it now.
Everyone would hate that TV show that I'd make for the mid 2000s, late 90s, late 2000s.
I beg to differ because you would make if you were creative enough, you can make that work.
Everyone would be hated. Everyone would be hated. Everyone would be a misogynist scumbag.
Man. You gotta spin it the
Everyone
right
would
way.
be like racist to like no extent.
And they're taking shit from the 80s and making it acceptable.
They're
so there you
scrubbing
go.
it. They're scrubbing
They're
the
scrubbing
80s.
it and they're making it their own thing. I respect that.
Right. And so they gotta play. Apparently, they gotta play 80s music in this show.
So before I know,
well, we'll get to that after.
Okay,
'Cause I know you
already know where I'm going with it. Yeah,
yeah. But they gotta
the power of this show. Yeah,
they gotta play the music to the 80s music to fight
to
the demons.
distract the Demobats.
Right.
This is from you.
Because Christy did not, in fact, wake up.
She did not.
And they're just in the underworld, smiling and laughing all toothlessly.
Dustin's been there a million times, so he's used to this. But yeah,
very copyright stricken. And so they do this whole fucking scene. Was it what song is this?
Fun scene. That is Master of Puppets.
I don't know.
Which has risen 620% in streaming since this happened. Literally, not even a joke.
No,
literally. Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't listen to Metallica.
Not me either.
I don't fuck with them.
I don't like them.
It's a little dramatic, honestly, for
Too
my
much.
tastes.
Yeah,
I like rock music, and
I
I
do
even
too.
like some punk and some metal.
As do I.
But like,
But I don't like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm not
like,
a big Metallica guy. And yeah, I don't like Lars. Lars really did it.
Yeah.
Lars is kind of a prick. So I'm just like, in my
Yeah.
opinion. So I'm like, hey, fuck your band, man.
and what's even funnier about it is that somebody did the math, and they said, well, Master of Puppets, like judging by when Master of Puppets came out and when this show was aired, he had like a 10-day period to learn the song.
Yeah, he killed it though.
No. Like if they were to go by real life rules.
Oh, yeah.
Like the release date was
Yes, it was
like
literally
August,
a week before.
yeah.
Yeah. So he would have learned this in a week.
Which
And that is one of the
so
things that, like,
stupid.
no, that's a part of the character because the character probably, if he loves it that much, he probably would have.
Right.
Probably impossible, but yes, he would have tried.
Right. And but that being said, everyone's heard that song.
Yes.
Everyone's heard Metallica. There's another fucking song
Oh,
that quite frankly I'm fucking sick and tired of.
I've listened to it a million times. It gets stuck in your head.
Same thing with TikTok saying, hey, you watched this. And it's like, no, I watched it because there was a big booty Latina over this audio track. What I didn't like it for the song. Like, no, you like the song? Here you go.
Yeah, more of the song.
And we're talking about Kate Bush.
Yeah, running up
that hill. 11 years ago, posted 95 million views now. Can't imagine it was that before.
It was the peak it hit when it came out in 1985 was 37 was the highest it made on the Billboard
On the
charts.
Billboard charts, yeah.
Number one it made here was its peak. So yeah, she's very grateful, by the way. Because she was a smart artist, by the way, old Kate Bush, to where she has the rights to all her songs.
That's what I heard. Yeah, she got
She was one of
all
the smart
rights.
ones, so she got all that.
And here's the
Stranger
thing: I
Things money.
swear to God, never heard of Kate Bush before this show. Never heard this song. And by the way,
Yeah.
we listen to 80s, 90s, and today's hits on the radio all the time.
Yeah, she wasn't that kind of artist.
All the 80s hits, though.
Yeah, she
Not
wasn't
once.
that kind of artist. Like she was.
Where's
I don't-
Tina Turner? I want Tina Turner. What's love?
Love got to do with it. I don't think that fits in Stranger Things.
What's love but a second-hand emotion?
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking harmonicas
Give it
everywhere.
up to Tina Turner, goddamn.
Love
it.
me some Tina Turner.
Hell yeah, me too. But yeah, no,
Eat the cake. Sorry.
not the movie. We're not doing the movie.
That's a 2 Chainz
quick,
reference.
quick funny story about that. My aunt made my cousin, who was my age, watch that movie like 15 times.
Oh, the Tina Turner story?
Yeah, they had it on VHS, and my cousin was like, I'm tired of watching this, Mama. She's like, no, you gonna learn today. so yeah, she did.
How to avoid Ike Turners.
How to avoid Ike Turners, yeah. But yeah, no, like, but no, Kate Bush, she was like, I wouldn't call her underground.
Right.
But she was they call her like the queen of alt pop.
Alt pop, okay.
So basically, she was like the female equivalent of like your Peter Gabriels and, that kind of, music. But she had a fan base. She's a very strong one. And the people who are fans of Kate Bush are hardcore fans of Kate Bush. And apparently the Stranger Things guys are. And they put her back where I think she deserves to be. She's a very creative artist. She was ahead of her time.
The song is good. If I didn't hear it 1,000 times in a
it's
day.
Old now, yeah.
But you heard the
now
song.
It's too much.
Let's see here if we get this music. That's not even the part you've heard though. Let me find it. There it is. It's very 80s.
One of Big Boy's favorite artists, surprisingly.
Big Boy?
Big Boy.
Like of Outkast?
Before this even happened, he did like a YouTube interview where he was like, oh, I fucks with Kate Bush. And so that's the kind of artist she is. You were cool if you fucked with Kate Bush because not many people did.
Fucking sure.
She was that artist, yeah.
Like I said,
that's why it was people trying to like gatekeep when this shit became popular.
That's fair.
Yeah, they were like, no, fuck you. Kate Bush got me through everything.
Right.
She got me through my teenage years.
Right.
You're not just gonna do this because of this fucking show.
No.
And so
don't
gatekeep.
They can, you fools.
This is the only song they're listening to, by the way. Wuthering Heights is like that's her biggest hit, and I don't see anybody listening to that one.
But gatekeeping's so stupid when it comes to arbitrary things.
And they tried to do it with Metallica too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the Metallica themselves came in and was like, "Hey, easy now.
Hey.
These are new fans.
Hey, we didn't want you to illegally download our music. Stop illegally downloading our music on TikTok."
Yeah, now that we got streaming, so they get paid for it now. So they are especially like, hey, no, you let them listen to it. We want new fans too.
That's so stupid, Jay Taylor. Kate Bush is greater than George Bush. That's dumb. It makes me laugh though because
it makes me laugh too because it's true. Yeah. It's so true.
Well, it is. It's unrelated entirely.
Totally unrelated. Goddamn,
it's like James Dean better than Jimmy Dean sausages. Doesn't make sense.
I like that too, though. I don't know why that one got me too.
Yeah, man. The power of Stranger Things and nostalgia. That's the thing. That's what got us into this fucking mess, Tommy. Man. Nostalgia is what's got us into this mess.
Nostalgia, the show.
No. Fuck that. You know what? I'm gonna make a hard take right now.
Okay, go for it.
Stranger Things caused January 6th. You get my thread.
I get it.
You get the thread.
Not the 80s, more like
not
99.
Not only the 80s.
Yeah.
But the fact that there is this nostalgia for a past that did not exist. And Stranger Things made a clean version of the 80s with one black kid and a bunch of white kids and Winona Ryder and
David Harbour.
Hellboy. TV's Hellboy. TV's movies Hellboy.
Yeah.
And created something that people, and older people especially, I imagine, look back on and say, oh man, I wish it was back then when there was no gays and there was no black people and there was, and AIDS was killing all the people I didn't like.
It's not brought up at all.
Not brought up at all. Of course not.
Yeah, right.
Of course not, because it's sanitized, right? I mean, they made the
all
black characters...
all the good, none of the bad.
They made all the black characters make spears, but they didn't call them the N-word, so...
Never.
They're in Indiana. They should have heard it seven times.
And see, that's what I respect about season 3, is they do have a character that's a teenager that's racist as fuck.
That's good.
Which I thought was super fucking refreshing. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you're acknowledging that. And in this season, they just got rid of all that.
Teenagers, because teenagers are shitty. They're the ones that are going to be racist, and they hopefully learn it, or they become elderly people that go to Limp Bizkit concerts.
No, all those people went to that.
Exactly. They're all January 6th age. And all those people watching Stranger Things being like, oh man, why can't it go back to that Reagan days and all that shit?
Well, no, they hate Reagan now. They're all about Trump.
No, but
they literally do. They are not about Reagan anymore, man. They are about Trump.
You're right.
That's the olden day. They ain't about George Bush anymore.
Right.
It's all Trump now. But no, look.
But you get what I'm saying. You get the thread, right? When you feed somebody the lie that it used to be like this when it really was not like it.
Sammy, that's what they feed an entire generation. Like, it's literal statistics. I know you had that ad on Instagram.
Yeah.
To the Spotify ads where it's like, why do Gen Z listen to old music more than anything else? It's because it was like 87% said because it reminds them of a simpler time.
Right.
I'm like, you weren't even fucking alive, so how the fuck would you know? But still, like
also,
simple-ish.
Kurt Cobain actually blew his head off, though. Just to remind y'all.
Yeah.
It was still bad.
It was bad.
Right?
Yes.
Dude, have it like...
They didn't bring that up in Fear Street.
Yeah.
Like,
why do you think the drummer of the Foo Fighters is dead? Because he did lots of drugs.
A whole lot of drugs,
Everyone,
man.
I'm surprised half the Stones are alive, to be honest.
I don't know
I'm
what the
surprised half of
fuck's making them
AC/DC's
go.
alive, could be honest.
Well, that was even later. That was the 70s and 60s, and they were doing hard shit every day. And I don't even know if their bodies have to be like 80% drugs, right? Like, like they're just preserved from the drugs.
All withdrawal. They're in constant withdrawal all the time.
All the time.
But when they
cocaine is keeping them alive.
What is it? Someone once said that Macho Man Randy Savage once had blood in his cocaine system. So, cocaine sometimes is... We talk about cocaine a lot on this show.